explosive charge set off at Stelligan University in Bonton. At least 2 people dead, 3 injured. Once again, a letter has been received just before the crime. Bonton. Half an hour ago, an explosion occurred at the campus of Bonton University. According to the latest reports, at least 2 people were killed, with a further 3 injured severely. The area was evacuated immediately. According to yet unconfirmed statements, the City Administration Office of Bonton received an anonymous letter just minutes prior to the detonation, which again contained the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song Die Gedanken sind frei. The thoughts are free. Exactly like the letter received before the assault on the Freedom Plaza yesterday. We will inform you of any developments on this event as soon as further details are available. Oh boy. Okay, well, they want me to log off for the night and start tomorrow. We still got time for us, so we'll do another day. Global. Severe assault on Freedom Plaza. A severe assault occurred at the Freedom Plaza yesterday. Cassandra Watergate was present there prior to the assault and is thus being investigated. Hints of the involvement of an activist group named Thought have been found. A second assault at Stelligan University occurred, seemingly connected to the first. This suggests Cassandra Watergate is either not the only perpetrator or not involved at all. Cassandra Watergate. She has been criminally charged with the injury of a police officer at a past protest at the Freedom Plaza. She is an artist. The former criminal case was closed due to a lack of evidence. She is in relationship with her lawyer, Joseph Langley. Collected data shows a potentially dangerous personality. More thorough investigation by law enforcement is suggested. She seems to have undergone a radical change after she joined the activist group Thought. Juliet Carrington claimed that Cassandra defended her by injuring the police officer. An arrest has been made. Welcome back. I hope you don't mind if we get started right away. We have tons of work ahead of us. Sure. I met with my superiors and they wish to continue with this test case. They believe in the capability of Orwell to handle this. Oh, and you, of course. Thanks. My superiors agree with me. Based on the information you have already extracted, the activist group known as Thought is worth investigating. It seems that this Goldfels is an important member of Thought, so we now have clearance to consider them as a target person. Now that Goldfels is a target person, there may be new data chunks available in documents you have already assessed. Don't forget to go back and recheck your sources. Like, that's what I wanted to do already. So, what I know I'm going to do, let's go back to Goldfels. There we go. There's the user picture, which may or may not be relevant. Lots are free. Immigrated. I'm going to leave the immigrated out. Doesn't like the surveillance. I think this is frickin' what's his face. Do I not have that as a data chunk already? Timeline. This dude right here. I think that's Harrison. Where did it go? Yeah, this guy right here. This is Harrison. I betcha. Oh. Just last year. Thought Must Change Direction, published in July 2016 by Goldfels. I thoroughly believe we were able to capture minds if only we could garner attention on thought as a group, and what we stand for. It seems my ambition was once again too much. After 1.5 years recruiting 2 of my students and arranging 3 demonstrations like the one held at Freedom Plaza, I feel obliged to ask myself where we stand. Have we reached our goal? What has been sacrificed along the way? In short, are we true to the initial goal that formed the group? Frankly and sadly, the answer to the latter is a resounding no. We let ourselves be consumed by anger and hatred towards those we thought to do us wrong. Thoughts are free, but that does in no way mean that they can attack and do whatever they wish. Instead of blaming others, I now see my high aims might well be the cause for all the events in the last months. More than anyone else of thought, I feel responsible. As a consequence, I will halt my active engagement in this group. I firmly believe it shall be for the better of everyone involved, especially my students from Stelligan. Yours sincerely, A. Goldfells. Please reconsider. The guy hurt there was only a goddamn cop. They had it coming for so long, it was messy, I know, all the way back to the thing I messed up organizing. But hell, look at the bright side. We made the news. This is what we wanted. What you wanted. You know, man, that Harrison guy is trouble. I think this guy's a thought leader. Our Goldfells is probably a thought leader with the best of intentions. I want to get this guy on record saying that he messed up the organization. Paint the picture. Feels responsible for troubled past, hinted at troubled past. Reacts with hatred and anger about troubled past of thought. Hinted at troubled past of thought. Feels responsible for it, or reacts with hatred and anger about the troubled past. I'm gonna think about that one. Let's read the police record. Watergate, Cassandra. That happened yesterday. Assault on a police officer reconsidered. Arresting officer was redacted. Holding facility redacted. Oh, probably because they're a special agent. So, the Gestapo. Suspect was arrested in her flat. She willingly opened the door and cooperated with the arresting officer after having the warrant announced and her rights read to her. I mean, that sounds like due process. A proper arrest, and it sounds like she complied very well. Headlines. Bolton and Fairview, as well as large parts of the western nation, will be covered by heavy rain clouds culminating on Sunday. If you had any plans for the weekend involving the outdoors in Bolton or Fairview, you'd best forget about them. There is a massive low-pressure system incoming, bringing with it storm clouds and rain to the nation's west. Sunday morning will be hit the hardest until late afternoon, so make sure you pack an umbrella if you need to go outside, lest you become a sopping mess. There's a literal silver lining on the horizon, however. Over the coming week, the cloud will move on, and temperatures will stabilize at comfy levels. After a long and harsh winter, spring will finally win the upper hand. Who writes like that as a news agency? Is that a thing? Headlines. Timelines and Rosen announce cooperation. The Davenport siblings, owners of the biggest social network Timelines, announced major cooperation with software giant Rosen Technologies. Hilbury Bonton. It's a big deal. The internet billionaire siblings Ada and Alan Davenport, creators and owners of the most important online social network, Timelines, located in Hilbury, are starting a major cooperation with the Bonton software giant Rosen Technologies. This has been announced in a press statement given out on Friday by the PR departments of both companies simultaneously. By utilizing the existing infrastructure and software development capabilities of Rosentech, Timelines will be able to respond to the needs and requirements of the quickly changing digital world in real time. Timeline executive Ada Davenport is quoted. Our growing user base will profit from this by significantly reduced downtimes, tightened security, and a sped-up integration of new features, she continued. Okay. Connection between Bonton bombings evident. Attacks against Deligan University in Bonton and Freedom Plaza are connected, experts conclude. We just discovered this yesterday. How's it out already? The bombing that occurred yesterday at Deligan University seems to be connected to the attack against the Freedom Plaza earlier this week. This is the conclusion of the police diversion. Pardon me? This is the conclusion of the police division who is investigating the cases. In both assaults, a similar explosive device, created with pure malevolence, appeared to have been used, police spokeswoman Steele said. The letters, received prior to the assault, seem to support this suspicion, while their meaning is still puzzling investigators. According to rumors, people have been theorizing the number of stanzas might represent the number of bombings, which in turn raises the question whether there might be another bombing yet to occur. We understand that some people jump to this conclusion, but there is no good reason to believe this, Steele answered when confronted with the theory during a press conference. Meanwhile, Deligan University has declared that normal operation cannot continue under the circumstances, so they will be closing their doors for the time being. The university has also put up a special front page to pay their respects to the assault's victims. See above image. Can we see the website? We don't have access to the website? Oh, he's gonna think she's... You should be worried, bud. You should be worried. Oh, and that's it. So I have to make a call on this thing. Well, let's start with the students from Stellington. Stelligan. My bad. Three demonstrations. Oop. Let's try and click on this thing. Memorial. Oh, there's the website I was asking for. Bomb assault on Stelligan. Campus closed down until further notice. Yesterday evening, an explosive device went off on Stelligan campus, killing a Stelligan student as well as a lecturer. Several other students have been severely injured. The authorities are investigating. This is an unspeakable tragedy, Stelligan President Hopkins said during the press conference that took place this morning. In the light of recent events, it is impossible to maintain daily routine. This is why I have decided to suspend all educational services of Stelligan University until further notice. Therefore, Stelligan campus will remain closed at least for the rest of this week, with no educational courses or events taking place. Headlines. Breaking news. Oh boy. First suspect in connection with assaults arrested. Woman arrested in connection with recent attacks in Bonton. Oh, come on. We don't know if she's connected, bud. Okay. Bonton. A couple of minutes ago, the Bonton Police Department reported that an arrest in connection with the recent bombings in the capital have been made. A young woman has been brought into custody thanks to investigation efforts of a special task force, police spokeswoman Kaufman said. How the woman is related to the bomb attacks, Kaufman did not cover. However, it is rumored that the suspect is well known to authorities by other incidents. Spinning the news. And we already read this webpage. Oh, courses. What do we got? Stelligan University offers prospective students courses from a broad variety of fields in which bachelor or master's degrees may be obtained. Please refer to the faculty pages for a more detailed description of each course. Okay, non-clickable links. Oh, hello. This is unavailable due to Representative Prof. A. Goldfels having retired. This course is discontinued and will only accept applications until October 2017. Being a luminary in his profession, Abraham Goldfels gladly accepted the offered professorship in the field of media ethics at Stelligan, from which he sadly retired in fall 2016. Previously, Professor Goldfels has held a position as a journalist at Der Reporter, one of the most renowned German daily newspapers, and was also chairman of the Global Media Ethics Congress. In his works, Professor Goldfels never relents to emphasize the importance of privacy over public interest. Publications of significance. Privacy versus public interest, where the right to know ends. Id, ego, and selfie. Analysis of dangers in an overexpressive self-representation in social media. Die Gedanken sind frei. The thoughts are free. A modern-time declaration of independence towards mass surveillance. Well, then. First of all, let's give an updated profile image. Give his full name. His position. And that he retired. Did you notice the bombing locations seem to be closely connected to thought? There could be a pattern emerging. Really? Would never have guessed that without you.